Hello everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Today's recipe, I will show you how to make coconut moi moi. And this will be your new favorite. I am Rosie. Welcome to my kitchen. For this recipe, I'm using brown beans. You can use the black-eyed peas. Add water to cover the beans. Give it a stir. Leave it to soak for about 15 to 20 minutes. It's been 20 minutes. I will check, and at this point the skin can easily come off. If you are using the black-eyed peas, you can leave it to soak a little bit longer. It's time to clean the beans. I will be using a stand mixer to make the job easy. I have the beans inside the stand mixer. I'll go ahead to on it and leave it to whisk for about 5 to 10 minutes. You can also use a blender or food processor, but this one is very easy. It will take off the skin without breaking the beans. And that is done. Next, I will be rinsing it until all the skins is off. To help the skin float, I will go over it with my hands like so. And pour it through the strainer. To avoid wasting water, I will be recycling this water until the beans is clean. Once the beans is nice and clean, I will rinse it with a cleaner water. Fill up the bowl and leave the beans to soak for about an hour to make it easy for the blender to grind. Next, I'll be using 1 fresh coconut and coconut oil. You can use any oil of your choice, crayfish, salt, seasoned powder, bell peppers, pepper. Add pepper to your own taste, onions, eggs, smoked mackerel fish. You can use any protein of your choice. Next, I will break the coconut with the back of a knife. And I'll pour the water in a bowl. I'm going to be drinking that one. So next, use a knife that is not sharp to take out the coconut from the shelf. I'm using a table knife. And once that is done, take out the back of the coconut, like so. Cut them into smaller pieces to make it easy for the blender to grind. And that is done. I will add some water and I'm going to be rinsing it. Here I have the onions and peppers nicely clean. In a blender, I will add the coconuts, add the washed beans, add pepper, and onions, and add some water. Blend until it is nice and smooth. To make the work easy for the blender, add the beans first before the coconut. I did it the other way around. And that is done. Transfer the blended beans to a bowl. Rinse the blender and add it. In another bowl, add salt, add seasoning powder, add hot water to dissolve them. I'll be adding the coconut oil at this point because it's sleeping, so the hot water will melt it. Once that is done, I'll put that aside. In another bowl, I'll crack in 4 eggs. And this is totally optional. If you don't like eggs in your moi moi, you can skip the step. Feel free to use any ingredients of your choice to cook. Whisk them together, and that is done. It's time to add everything to the blended beans. I'll add the eggs, the smoked mackerel fish, which is nicely deboned. Mix everything together to have a uniform taste. I've also added the crayfish, but the camera did not record that part. Next, I'll add in the diced sweet peppers and mix together. Taste for seasoning. Adjust if needed. You cannot adjust it once the moi moi is cooked. I will be using this plate here. I'll brush them with oil to make the moi moi comes out easily once the moi moi is cooked. You can use any plate of your choice. You can also use plantain leaves or moi moi leaves. If you are using plastic containers, make sure they are BPA free. So I'll add the blended beans mix in the plate and leave some space for the beans to rise. At this point, you want to make sure you have some water in the pot already boiling. I will cover them. And that is done. I'm using a steamer pot, and this is my moi moi pot. I always use this to make my moi moi. So if you don't have a steamer pot, you can use a rack. You can also use sticks to elevate the plate. I will cook the moi moi for 60 minutes or until a knife inside it comes out clean. The second method, I'm using cupcake pan and silicone baking cups. And these cups are reusable and they are also BPA free. And I'm going to be baking this in the oven. I will brush with oil to make the moi moi comes out clean. And I'm making these ones for my kids, and I use their favorite colors. So once the moi moi is ready, they're just going to grab the colors they like. Next, in a tray, I will add some hot water And this will be going inside the oven. It will help the moi moi comes out moist without drying out. Add the blended beans mix in the cups. So leave some space for the beans to rise. Add boiled eggs. And once that is done, I will cover it with foil to prevent the moi moi from drying out as well. And I will bake at 350 Fahrenheit for about 60 minutes or until a toothpick inserted comes out clean. It's been 60 minutes. I will check the steamed moi moi if they are ready. And at this point, they are ready. I will turn off the stove. And I will check the baked moi moi as well. And they are also ready. Take them out of the oven. Here I have the steamed moi moi. I wish you can perceive the aroma of the coconuts. And the baked moi moi. Allow them to cool down a bit before serving. I'll be having it with pap. You can have it with custard or gari or bread. And this moi moi was very, very delicious and moist. And you will perceive the aroma from the coconuts. Thank you all so much for watching. Remain blessed. I will see you in my next video. Bye.